So about 2 years ago, we started selling these plastic knobs in the store. And the idea was that they were a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger, but mostly really, really bright colors. And people loved them. They started putting them on all their controllers and changing the color of all their gear. The downside was they actually had some disadvantages. They were very plastic, the black lines would start to come out sometimes, and the edges were pretty sharp and overall very plasticky. So while they looked great, they did not feel as good as a knob should. So we kind of went back to the drawing board and said, hey, let's make the coolest knob ever. A knob that looks good, feels really great, and has great performance qualities designed for today's DJ. And I'm proud to report that's exactly what we've done. We've now made a whole new line of performance knobs in various colors with a bunch of really cool performance features. So what did we do exactly? Well, a couple things. Number one, we maintained the same kind of thicker profile. You can see that here on this guy. This is the new knobs over here. We've also got a nicer rounded top. One thing we noticed about the old knob is that the top was pretty sharp. And a lot of knobs, the tops will generally have sort of a sharp taper, which actually doesn't feel that great. So we rounded the top, making it really easy to turn. We also create a nice inset for your fingers so that your finger sets right in there and it is very comfortable and very easy to turn. Probably the most important thing we did in terms of performance is we decided these knobs should feel really good when you're grabbing them. Is we actually did a true double injection rubber, but used a little bit of a softer silicone and much, much thicker. So when you grab them, they're nice and soft. They have a little bit of give, which feels kind of squishy, but not cheap. So it gives you just a little bit of a feel that you're really grabbing something and you can kind of lock into it. We took that and put it straight on the fader as well. So the faders also have a nice, cushy silicone feel where you can really grab them. If you're doing big throws with the regular faders, it's very easy for your fingers to slide off. So the whole idea here was make some faders and knobs in various sizes that are big, playable, look really cool, and work really, really well. We have two different sizes of knobs. We've got what I think we're gonna call the super knob, which is the standard size. You'll wanna use this on your EQs and your knobs where things are a little bit more tightly spaced. And then we made a fatter knob that we think is really good for effects, for filters, for things where you've got a lot of space. You'll notice over here on the Beat Masher, we intentionally provided a lot of space here for this guy. So obviously you want a big knob that you can really grab and crank, and it just is much more enjoyable. So in terms of colors, we of course feel like gear can be a little bit stale. Everyone's got the same stuff, so maybe you want to make it look a little bit different. So we've created a bunch of different cool colors. There's of course the standard black, if you just want to stick with that look. There's a cool white. It's a little bit of a gray off-white, so it's got a nice cool tone. Fits really, really well with black. We've got blue that matches our blue arcade buttons. We also made a nice bright purple that also matches our purple arcade buttons. We've got a vivid yellow. This is pretty close to fluorescent, as close as you can get in rubber. There's the white. You see that fits really well with the white arcade buttons. And last but not least, we made a very, very bright green. This was actually one of the more popular colors in our old school knob packs. And here's the VCI 300 updated with some nice green faders. So here's the fun part. I love what we've done here. I genuinely believe that we've created an awesome, awesome modern knob for the modern DJ. The question is, I have no idea what to call them. I've been trying to figure this out, and for the life of me, I can't come up with a fun name. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to push it back to you guys and say, hey, what should we call these new knobs? Go to DJTechTools.com, check out the link below, and there we're running a contest where whoever picks the name will get a whole range of colors of his choice, his or her choice, because generally you guys have the best ideas, and we'd like to see what you come up with in terms of a name for our new awesome DJ knobs.